Hello everybody and welcome back to another edition of Quick Review, and today I'm going to be talking about DxO PhotoLab. Now, about a year ago I did review DxO Optics Pro 11 Elite version. In that video I quickly went through some of those tools, options and features that particular package came with. Now, DxO decided to scratch Optics Pro name and they renamed the product to PhotoLab. In my opinion, the differences between Optics Pro and PhotoLab are quite marginal. The only thing that DxO added in PhotoLab is this viewpoint, they're calling it local adjustment technology, which in my opinion is just a fancy way of including a set of tools that will most likely expedite your post-processing work. From pricing perspective, everything remains the same. Elite version right now sells for $149. The regular price is $199 US, and Essential Edition sells for $99, and the regular price is $129. Now, the photo editing market is quite saturated. There's a lot of competition. And in my opinion, the price for PhotoLab, especially Elite Edition, it's quite steep because once you actually pass that $150, $200 mark, you getting into territory of, let's say, Adobe products, and there's also some other packages on the market, software packages that are quite competitive with PhotoLab. So once again, nothing changed in the price, which in my opinion, it's not a good thing. Now let's start first with Optics Pro 11. The reason why I'm going to show you Optics Pro and start with it, I'm going to give you comparison between this one and PhotoLab. So the look and feel of Optics Pro, I really like it. I dig it because on the left hand side you're going to have that organized tab with your folders. So once you select the folder, all the photos will be displayed on the bottom of the screen. It's nice, it's clean, it's user friendly, and I totally dig it. Now if I go and switch to PhotoLab, everything absolutely remains the same, which is not a bad thing. I like it because if you spend hours post-processing images, you don't want a cluttered kind of workplace when you have too many things going. So I definitely like that DxO didn't change nothing in here. Now if I click on customize, this is what the meat of the product is. On the right hand side you're going to find all those cool tools, options, filters, presets that DxO PhotoLab, or let's say call it Optics Pro, it's known for. This is why I'm been using this product for about 2.5 years. So if I will, let's say, click compare, so this is the original image, just after working maybe 5 minutes of this image, this is what the outcome is. So definitely looks better. I didn't spend too much time. Now I have to say one thing. DxO Optics Pro and right now PhotoLab, I still believe is a tool that you can use to quickly post-process your raw images. If you don't want to spend too much time in post-processing, this will be one of the products that you might look into. So if you want to quickly upload some stuff on the internet, if you want to share your photos with friends and family, this is definitely a really good product. For me, if I want to do a further post-processing, like a really serious work, then definitely, Lightroom and Photoshop will be the software of my choice. Workflow for me, DxO, it's basically occupying about 20% of the time that I spend basically editing my photos. And 80% will be, of course, Adobe products, as I mentioned, Lightroom and Photoshop. Now, as you can see right now, everything pretty much looks the same as Optics Pro. For those of you who wants to see exactly how I got there, you can go and check that other video in my channel, Optics Pro 11 review. So I'm not going to dig too much into details, but I'm going to show you the only difference between two software. This is the local adjustment or U tool. So if I right click, you're going to see this kind of a wheel, and there's a lot of kind of things going on here. So there's a brush, there's a graduated filter, control point, auto mask, eraser, and of course you can create a new mask. So this is another sets of tools that I guess it was missing on Optics Pro. Kind of a shortcut to masking feature that I use a lot in a Lightroom, but right now it's available in PhotoLab. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to show you quickly. For example, for graduated filter, if I select this upper portion of the image, you can play with, let's say, exposure. There's about 8 or 9 options in here. So just to give you an idea here, like if I close it, you will see that graduated filter is applied on the image. You can get rid of it, you can reset it, and go with something else. So let's try right now to go with auto mask. So auto mask, let's say if I will select this upper portion of the image, which is that clear sky with funky clouds, soon as I release the mouse button, I'm going to have those options again. So here I can, let's say, play with clear view, I can increase the vibrancy, I can increase the saturation. So this will give you an idea what's happening with that masking tool. You can go and select different portion of the image, but as I said, eraser, control point, those are just additions that were missing in Optics Pro. But in comparison to, like, let's say, Photoshop and a Lightroom, those are the tools available on Adobe side for quite some time. So it's not a really big deal for me, but for those that will be using only DxO PhotoLab, is definitely a welcome addition. Other than that, guys, I don't know what else to show you and what else I can talk about. Once again, everything pretty much remains the same. This version of the software that I'm using, it's a trial version, and I will highly recommend you do the same thing. Go to DxO website, you can download the free version. It's a 30-day trial. All options, features, and tools are unlocked, which is a cool thing. You can play with it, and I will say within first maybe a week or two, you're going to be able to tell if this software is for you, if you can justify that cost of $150, or if you're upgrading from Optics Pro. Me personally, I'll definitely stick with Optics Pro 11 because, you know, for $80, I cannot justify that expense going into PhotoLab just to add a couple of those masking tools. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and find it informative. You know, if you have any question or a comment, please put it down in the comment section. If you didn't do it yet, please click like and subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Cheers.